most beloved individuals, not just in the Coastal Wrestling Federation, but all over the great state of Florida, up and down, east and west, across every coast. It's all about Jack Maguire, Donnie.
Exactly. You could say that Maguire madness has descended upon the CWF. This young man, from his very first matchup last year when he teamed with Colt Manson, was embraced by the CWF. There's just something about that smile and the aura of the kid. You just can't help but like him.
Well, talk to me about this, Donnie. It almost feels as though the manimal in Kaedon Marx is not exactly taking Jack Maguire too seriously. Claims that Maguire doesn't even take himself seriously, but you got to give Maguire his due. He's trying his best out there.
Yes, he is, and you have to take Jack Maguire seriously. As Colt Manson in their very first one-on-one matchup, when Jack Maguire got a victory over him. Watch in our archives the Van Christopher Memorial Scramble match that Jack Maguire won when he pinned and got through several other competitors, each with a lot more years of experience than him. Jack Maguire, who has challenged 3 times in 2025 for the CWF Championship. That is a man you have to take seriously.
The bell sounds. We're officially underway. No time limit here in any of our matches at CWF Warfare, as it is Jack Maguire and Kaedon Marx. Hold on a minute. Oh, wait. Jack Maguire might steal it. No.
Not even a 1 count. Jack Maguire there was taking a moment to fold his laundry. Now, I'm all about, good laundry, but when the bell rings, you really need to have your attention on your opponent. It might have been Jack Maguire not taking Kaedon Marx seriously there for a moment.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't argue that. Jack Maguire just gets a little bit distracted sometimes. You got to have your priorities in check as a professional wrestler. And I'll tell you right here, look at the physique on Kaedon Marx. This is a man who absolutely has his priorities in the gym set.
Yes, a very cut and chiseled physique. That's how you stay on top of the Manimal Kingdom. As I said, Manimal very accomplished here in the CWF, former tag team champion, former D1 champion. Matter of fact, in 24 here in Warfare, won a fatal 4-way to become the first ever D1 champion.
Yeah, it's interesting to talk about all the successes of Kaedon Marx in the past, because recently for the Manimal, over 2025, I was recounting it when you were making our in-ring introductions. The 4-way for the #1 contendership to that D1 title, lost. Challenge for the tag team titles, lost. It has been downhill slide ever since for Kaedon Marx, and this is the only opportunity he's going to have to kick off the new year with a win.
Same goes for Jack Maguire. And he had a rematch with Colt Manson in his last outing, didn't get the victory. And as I said, he challenged 3 times for the CWF title, including in the main event in a ladder match against Orion and Bryce Cannon. And we thought that Jack Maguire had won, but Orion won on a technicality. So, the kid's 0-2. So even though he had a great outing there and won the scramble, like I say, 0-2, he really wants some momentum back in his second year here in the CWF. Both, as you say, both men very well motivated. Really, these 2 men are wiry, lanky. You would expect a high-speed chase. Instead, right now, maybe I spoke too soon, but really been very slow start here.
Yeah, I really appreciate Jack Maguire's technical ability. It's almost unsung, and in a way, really unexpected out of a man like Maguire. We talk about expectations heading into this matchup. Should we expect it to be quicker, slower, anything in between? I'm not too certain, but Kaedon Marx right now expected to be on top.
And there, the athleticism there of Jack Maguire.
It's almost like it's on accident.
Well, he fights like an angry slinky. Is the best way I could describe the wrestling ability of Jack Maguire.
Well, Jack Maguire is always going to bounce back up just like this, to his feet, leapfrog over the top, and got with the drop kick. Beautiful fundamental maneuver here as Maguire is going to try and look to put the pressure even deeper on the Manimal tonight.
Now, he's putting the pressure on Manimal, but there's no animosity between Jack Maguire. After every move he executes, he's still a smile on his face. He's still waving to his opponent. It's nothing personal, man. I'm just trying to pin you for 3 seconds. Oh, up and over he went there. Yeah,
Maguire just trying to earn his spot at the pay window here tonight with a victory. And as Maguire trips the leg, watch it here. Beautiful springboard elbow.
Yeah, and he needs that pay. Gas ain't cheap, and it's a long way between the Dark Arts Gym. Oh, beautiful crossbody from the second rope. It's a long trip from Orlando, where he trains at the Dark Arts Gyms, to here in Milton, Florida.
Yeah, you talk about the Dark Arts Gym, and let's talk about that. Jack Maguire, a very different individual, like many that we see who have come out of the Dark Arts Gym. You're not going to see Jack Maguire with the light anytime soon.
No, Jack Maguire basically is Team CWF. along with Reyes Tesor, and now perhaps even Ronan Laveau.
Potentially.
We don't, we'll keep you updated on that, ladies and gentlemen, as things transpire, but Ronan Laveau seemed to have made peace. But the Lions tackle! The Lions tackle spear on a Jack Maguire. But Jack Maguire, wise beyond his years, able to get up enough gumph and effort to roll to the outside.
You call it wise. I'm not even certain it was on purpose. It almost feels like he's failing upwards right now, is Jack Maguire. But man, a really unlucky spot for Kaedon Marx to be in right now. Had this match won, and now it's back to the reset point.
And now Manimal not happy with winning by countout. We're going to go to the outside and retrieve Jack Maguire. Now, I can't really see Jack Maguire's stasis here from this vantage point, but looks like the Manimal's going to keep him down on the ground.
Donnie, there's a need for both of these two men to prove dominance. That chop to the back. There's no way to tense your back up enough for a shot like that from Kaedon Marx. We talk about trying to gain dominance. Kaedon Marx has been a dominant individual in years past, but when it's a what have you done for me recently sport.
Did you hear that? They heard it 2 counties over.
Yeah. This is a what have you done for me recently sport. They're not going to remember what you did 5 years ago. They're going to remember what championship you're holding right now. And for both of these men, there isn't one.
No, of course, both men want a championship. Kaedon Marx held titles in the past.
Cover here for Marx and a 2 count only.
Yeah. Kaedon Marx himself has challenged for the world title in 25. He challenged Justin Flo, who was the champion at the time. Justin Flo was victorious in both those matchups. So you got to think, Kaedon Marx, it's been like February, March since he's had a shot at the world title. He certainly wants to go back up the ranks. Yeah. Now, despite that, he's kind of been an associate of the Light. I wouldn't say he's a member of the Light, but he's certainly been on friendly terms with them.
Well, Kaedon Marx knows where his bread is going to be buttered. The only way to butter your own bread is going to be to walk away with the pay victory here tonight. Put Jack Maguire down for 3.
That stomp will certainly do it. And, there's been a lot of speculation on who attacked Marshall Briggs. Walker, I will inform you that Briggs and Kaedon Marx have a history. It was Briggs that beat Kaedon Marx for the D1 championship.
Right. A very long history between Briggs and Marx, but right now, Marx might be looking to put an end to any history that could be built between himself and Jack Maguire.
Jack Maguire, as and grabbing the laundry there of Jack Maguire.
He neatly folded that shirt.
I know.
Do you know how much effort went for Jack Maguire to fold that T-shirt
I know.
tonight?
His mom taught him well, and he's just throwing it up there on the top of the turnbuckle. Don't know what all that's about. Perhaps trying to get in the head of Jack Maguire. And that's certainly a disorganized room if you're going to invade it. I love the kid, but, doesn't always have the... Well, he has his attention firmly focused now on Kaedon Marx there in the ring, just laning in those forearms.
Wait a minute. Kaedon Marx trying to block that forearm there for Maguire, and he does so. And just a straight knee right to the breadbasket here.
And you see, this is very smart of Kaedon Marx, the Manimal. He hit the Lions tackle earlier, so he's concentrating most of his aggression and his strategy on that breadbasket area. That's your diaphragm. That's where you breathe. That's where you get the air in your lungs to do those high maneuvers that Maguire likes to do. And if he can't do that, his repertoire is pretty much nullified.
Well, Jack Maguire is already the type that seems like he'd forget to do a lot inside the ring. He might start forgetting to breathe by the rate that we've been moving at when it comes to Kaedon Marx. Suplex there, and Jack Maguire, all of the energy, all of the air exhaled. Cover here for Marx, and a 2.
He concentrated some of his attacks on the back of Jack Maguire while they were on the outside, so really he's just working the 2 most sensitive spots. Very smart of the Manimal, Kaedon Marx.
Yeah, working the front, working the back, the abdominal muscles of Jack Maguire. And you can see it right here.
And
the CWF audience wants to see Jack Maguire with a win here tonight, but he's not exactly in the position to do so.
I don't know if they're chanting Jack, 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 or tap, tap, tap. The Manimal, I will remind you, the Manimal Kaedon Marx still has plenty of supporters here. There are members of the Manimal Kingdom in this audience. Perhaps not as many as there are supporters for Jack, but they are there. Speaking of there, those blows of Jack Maguire are certainly there on Kaedon Marx. Kaedon Marx missing there now.
Off the ropes here for Maguire. No, wanted to stop, not going to happen. Oh, man. An attack right to the midsection again, Donnie.
Yes. And
Perfect game plan. Cover again. Hold it.
Only a 2 count. And you see even more pain is being shot in that abdomen because Jack Maguire is lifting up his legs to kick out. You know, you have to use the abdominal muscles with the legs to kick out, and it's got to be hurting the kid. Matter of fact, the kid can't even get up. You know, the only man standing right now is Kaedon Marx. He's clutching on. Jack Maguire's clutching onto his stomach. And now on the back. It's a 2-front war.
I mean, you are looking at predator and prey personified here in the center of the ring right now between Kaedon Marx and a prone Jack Maguire.
You know, I liked both those movies.
I believe you did.
Can't wait to see the Battle World or the Bad World. Well, whatever it was, I can't wait to see it. But right now, what I'm waiting to see is what Jack Maguire can do here against Manimal. I don't think it's much. Walker.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see this here, Donnie. I mean, Kaedon has really every opportunity to put Jack Maguire away right now. I mean, I don't think Caden's in a position to be toying with his food after as many losses he's had recently.
I think Kaedon wants to send a message, and our referee, you know, warned me, has to the count of 5, and he's going to wait till 4. Jack is all but spent, and you know, this got to be disappointing for the kid. He wants to start off 26 right, and I mean, you know, I've been a fan of what Manimal can do, not so much recently. I mean, my heart goes out for Jack Maguire. I think this is his match to lose right now. I don't think there's going to be any failing upwards at this point. He's on the outside, and you know, Kaedon this time not going for the count of 10, just going to let Jack expel energy getting back into the ring.
Oh, and look at this. I mean, Kaedon Marx immediately back on the attack one more time. And it's just looking at Hangman up over that top rope here. Jack Maguire in the worst of ways right now. A predatory assault here from the Manimal.
Couldn't have put it better myself. The Manimal, he smells blood in the water. Perhaps now going to go for the pin. Oh, come on.
Wow.
Not even a 1, or maybe a 1.
Cockiness, confidence. Everything in between. I mean, you could do a lot of things. You could say a lot of things. I had some real fun conversations with Jack Maguire when I met him earlier on in the day. And I'll tell you right now, I wouldn't do that to Jack Maguire on my best of days.
Oh, and a boot right to the head. As I've said earlier, the taste of leather on the boot.
Cover here one more time.
Oh, and once again able to kick out. And very smart of Manimal. You saw he took Jack Maguire's arm and he tucked it under so Jack couldn't get a rope break. Jack had to expel energy by kicking out instead. But this crowd chanting Jack, 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 and you've seen it many times, like even when you've called New Japan.
Right.
The audience, those cheers, the adulation, it can get the blood flowing, can get the endorphins going, and a man can do things you wouldn't think he can do.
Yeah, whether you believe it or not, an audience can absolutely influence the result of the matchup. And Jack Maguire has been feeding off the energy of these people all throughout the night. And we're throwing haymakers here in the SRC auditorium.
Laying in those forearms, and oh, that one hurt him. Oh, but a flying maneuver there from Kaedon Marx, but now Kaedon Marx is spent, the damage is done, and it's paying dividends for Jack Maguire. Jack Maguire showing a little bit more life than Kaedon Marx, Walker.
Certainly so, and right now we have our official putting in the count. Both of these men got to make their way back to their feet.
Going to see who can make it to his feet first. Look like it's going to be Kaedon Marx. Jack Maguire on his knees, no weight on one knee and on one foot. Kaedon Marx going to take a moment.
Watch the Manimal out of the corner, out of the corner. Oh, out of midair. Jack Maguire's done it.
Fighting like an angry slinky, just like I told you. Knew what was coming. Perhaps, you know, Kaedon Marx was setting him up for another Lions tackle, but in the scattered brain of Jack Maguire, he knew what was coming and he knew how to react.
I mean, that was almost a gunshot right into the chest of Kaedon Marx. You want to talk about taking out a predator, there's only one way to do so. Jack Maguire's found the bullet.
Yes, sir, I've done a little bit of hunting in my time, and you need the right bullet for the right predator. Jack Maguire had the right bullet, but I don't think it killed the predator. Manimal getting back up to his feet. Jack Maguire having to use the ropes to get back up to his, but he's up to his feet first.
And watch Maguire here. You know Maguire, a big fan of that cross-arm DDT, that straight-jacket DDT.
That straight-jacket DDT has put away many competitors. Didn't hit it just yet, though. Perhaps waiting for his moment. The moment might have passed. That window might be shut. Both men now just trading blows in the middle of the ring. I say, what are these guys made of aside from flesh and bone? You ask yourself this every time when they go beyond the mental limits that you put on them.
Watch it. Kaedon Marx, the Manimal, looking for the hunt. No! Oh, Jack Maguire with a shot in on Kaedon Marx. And there's another.
Waiting for Kaedon Marx to get back up. Wait, what could we be seeing? No, reverse Irish rip into the ropes.
And one more time, Maguire sends down Marx. I love what I'm seeing here, Donnie.
I love what I am seeing, too. Jack Maguire, you never count this kid out. There's a reason why he's challenged 3 times for the World Championship. And now what are we going to see? Jack Maguire flying high. Oh, face tasting the mat. Could it be over, Walker? No! Good God.
It has been the story for these 2 men since the end of 2025 into the new year of 2026, coming closer and closer every single step and falling short in every single moment. It is on Jack Maguire, it is on Kaedon Marx to write their destiny in the new year of 2026.
Right now we're going to see who writes the first chapter in the Destiny book of 2026.
Now, we talked about it earlier on, that straight jacket.
Could be going for the straight jacket DDT, but Manimal trying to halt it, manages to do it. Another shot to that bread basket. Oh no, could be going for the F5. But wait a minute, no. Slippery as an eel is what Jack Maguire is. And now Jack Maguire pushing him in the corner. Ooh, get a boot for his troubles. Walker, what is left for these men to do?
I mean, it has been everything thrown at the wall. Nothing is sticking, and that is exactly how 2025 went for both of these men. Now, Kaedon Marx looking for the lift up. You talked about the F5. How about it? F5000. No, Jack Maguire out of it.
Jack Maguire could be going for it. Could be going for the straight jacket DDT. No. Into the corner, Manimal goes. What's Jack got planned here? Attacking the back of the head. Surprised he didn't go for the straight jacket DDT. I think we're seeing a bit of a mean streak there in Maguire.
Oh, well, you got to do what you got to do to walk away with a win. But right now, wait a minute, Maguire. Oh!
Right in the, well, you know.
Oh, come on.
Going for the roll up.
It can't be.
He has the tights too.
He's done it.
Ow.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's your winner, the Manimal, Kaedon Marx.
Kaedon Marx, by hook or by crook, has stolen away a victory here tonight over Jack Maguire. And this very well may be the beginning, Donnie. Oh, wait a minute. What is going on here?
Oh, come on, Manimal. You got the victory.
Hey, we need our referee to get between these two. We might need our entire...
Oh, what? Did we forget to pay the power bill?
No, I don't think it's that at all.
The power of the lawman of the CWF, Marshall Briggs, about to make his presence known again. I recognize that music anywhere, and there he is. There is the owner of the Coastal Wrestling Federation. Once again, coming out to lay the law in the CWF ring.
You want a job done, you gotta do it yourself. And it is the lawman, Marshall Briggs, who is here to lay down the law.
As I said, there is a history. There is a lot of history between the Manimal and Marshall Briggs. Manimal hasn't forgot it, and you can be damn sure, Walker, that Marshall Briggs ain't forgot it. You know, and we talked about Manimal has been chummy with the light. Marshall Briggs does not like the light. So he's probably got some words to say to Manimal, or he might just about let his fist do the talking. You never know with Marshall Briggs.
It's a good old-fashioned Florida standoff tonight at CWF and Kaedon Marx.
Wait a minute. Another peacemaker. The Manimal has been neutered, if you will, courtesy of our veterinarian there, Marshall Briggs. Manimal should have just celebrated his win and got out. Marshall Briggs, wait a minute, no.
Oh, come on.
Attacking Jack Maguire, what the heck, Marshall? Jack has been on our side.
What has gotten into the mind of the law? The man who has laid down that law every single step.
I think the boss wants a mic. I gotta